Game time. Everyone, I have in these bags right here the unhealthiest grocery store items in America. Everyone, I am very much looking forward to this challenge because there are some items in these bags right here that I have never tried before. There's also some items in these bags that I've had before that I absolutely love, including some items that I had in last week's insane calorie challenge that I would rather not be eating this week. But you know what? I'm taking one for the team because it was on the list. Speaking of the list, you're probably wondering what exactly the list is. Well, quite recently, EatThis.com published an article called The 12 Worst Groceries That Should Never Be in Your Shopping Cart. So me being me, I decided, you know what, hey, those look absolutely delicious. There are 12 items on this list, and the author of the article seems to really dislike a lot of them. For example, the second item on the list is Ben & Jerry's. Spoiler alert. The author of the article says that one serving also happens to have as much sugar as 3.5 original Krispy Kreme donuts. Big facts. Hopefully that author never comes across one of my videos. We have 100 Krispy Kreme donuts right here, folks. Since I have all these delicious grocery store items that are near and dear to my heart, at the very end of this food challenge, I'm gonna be letting you all know which one is the most delicious and also which one is the most unhealthy. Now everyone, I could take all these out of the bags, but you know what? I'm gonna keep you all in suspense. Actually, you already probably saw the thumbnail. Whatever. Without further ado, everyone, this is me attempting to eat the 12 unhealthiest grocery store items in America. Let's do this. All right, everybody, so here we go. We have our feast assembled and we're ready to get this started. There are some things that you guys aren't seeing right now. I know you all see the pizza. Those things you'll see later on, obviously, as I get into the challenge. But everyone, can we just take a moment right now to admire this delicious pizza right here, all right? I think what I'm gonna start with first, since I love breakfast, is I'm gonna start with these delicious breakfast sandwiches first. And just so you all know, this is actually supposed to be the frozen Great Value Parma Melt breakfast sandwich. Since I don't have these Parma Melts at my local grocery store, I swapped them for something that was of equal calories. Where are my carb lovers at? Comment down below. All right, everybody, it's time to get this challenge started in 3, 2, and 1. Boom. Woo! All right, sandwiches are down. Those were absolutely amazing. I would give those an 8 out of 10. Next, I'm actually gonna move on to the Hungry Man Double Chicken Bowls. White meat chicken with creamy white cheddar mac and cheese. Apparently it's so hearty that you're gonna need a knife. Well, we'll see about that. Okay, this is actually not bad. That's down. I mean, it wasn't bad. I would say I'll give it a 6 out of 10. Next, I think I gotta move on over to this Ben & Jerry's ice cream. Now, this Ben & Jerry's wasn't actually the flavor that was in the article. For some reason, they said Chubby Hubby was the unhealthiest Ben & Jerry's pint you could get. I actually did some research and I saw that the peanut butter cup flavor actually has more calories than Chubby Hubby. So, yeah. So here we go. Behold the peanut butter cup in all of its glory. You guys know I can't eat this like a civilized human being. Gotta get my big spoon out for it. There's absolutely nothing like Ben & Jerry's peanut butter cup. Absolutely legendary flavor. All right, Ben & Jerry's is down. So far, it's going absolutely amazing. Next, I gotta get on over to this pizza right here. This is looking absolutely sensational. Actually, let's do a little Nutella on some pizza. Just kidding. I did that last week, actually. And to be honest, I was having nightmares about Nutella. So the original pizza in the article is the DiGiorno Bacon Me Crazy pizza. Unfortunately, my grocery store didn't have that pizza, but I found a pizza that was actually higher calorie, and it is the fully loaded Red Baron pepperoni pizza. Plus, I've never had a Red Baron fully loaded pizza before, so I'm very much looking forward to trying this out. Let's just take a moment, everybody, to admire that, all right? Let's get into it. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Red Baron. Woo! W. Oh, Dynamo. Everyone, I am blown away at how good this pizza is. I mean, everyone just goes straight to DiGiorno and they forget about Red Baron, all right? But everybody, I just gotta say, Red Baron, they are bringing the deliciousness, all right? But how will it be with some white sauce? Well, guess I got more WoW sauce than I was looking for. I mean, you can never have too much sauce, right? All right, pizza's down. So far, it's going absolutely amazing. That pizza was gonna get, that's gonna get a 10 out of 10 for me. The Ben & Jerry's, by the way, that's gonna get a 9 out of 10. Next, everyone, it's time to move on over to our next item, which is going to be these delicious creations. In the article, it actually says that the Malto Meal Chocolate Marshmallow Mateys are super unhealthy. And unfortunately, I didn't have that flavor at the grocery store either. So I got something that was the same calories, and it's the Choco Roos cereal. Ooh, it kind of smells like Cocoa Puffs. So that's what we got right there. I've never had this cereal before, so I really hope it's gonna taste good. Here we go. Okay, not bad. I do gotta know, what's your stance on chocolate cereal? Right, there are so many chocolate cereals out there. You got Cocoa Pebbles, Cocoa Puffs. Personally for me, if you had to tell me I had to eat a chocolate cereal for the rest of my life, I'm going after Cocoa Pebbles. All right, cereal's down. Next, I'm gonna move on over to something that you probably weren't expecting at all. But believe it or not, deli meat made it on the list. In specific, Bar S Classic bologna made it on the list. So here I am eating bologna. I haven't eaten bologna since I was like 10 years old, so I don't really actually know what to expect. Good old bologna. Kind of like scared, to be honest. That's gonna get an EWW moment. No, everyone, I'm just gonna move on over to my next item right here. It's gonna be the Snyder's pretzels. Originally, these were supposed to be the hot buffalo wing pretzel pieces, but unfortunately, my grocery store didn't have them. So I got something that was of equal calories, which is the hot honey mustard and onion flavor. Here we go.
I have $5 I'm willing to give away if anyone knows anything about Clash Royale. For $5.
Alright, next I think I'm gonna get on over to these mega stuffed Oreos right here. I've been thinking about making like the world's biggest Oreo and attempting to eat it. But let me know if you guys would want to see that. So these were number 7 on the list. Apparently it is super high in calories, sugar, and fat. But these cookies are packed with a long list of processed ingredients. Skip! Exclamation point. I guess the ingredient list is pretty long. But hey, at least they're vegan. I actually really think these are vegan. If they're not, well, oh well. Nothing like an Oreo. Oh. It's disgusting. I had enough calories last week, I probably shouldn't. Yo Crunch. Boom. Yogurt is down. Now we have 2 items left. savory thing and a very, very, very sweet thing. I'm just gonna let it poke out right there. I got something of equal calories. Because apparently the Intendments iced party cake was incredibly unhealthy. Fortunately, excuse me, like a rock star. What this is. I needed a tub. And also be sure to stick around to see what the unhealthiest item in the grocery store is, according to me. The breakfast sandwiches were absolutely amazing. The peanut butter